Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something really fascinating: personal transformation.
Right. The kind that doesn't just happen to you.
Exactly. The kind that comes from, well, deep inside. We're exploring ideas from the mind's canvas, self transformation through inner vision.
A really interesting source.
It is. Our mission today is to unpack how changing the picture in your mind can actually lead to these big, sometimes unexpected shifts in your life.
Yeah, and figure out what the source says about the actual steps you can take.
So, what does the mind's canvas really get at? What's the core idea?
Well, it basically argues that your inner world, your thoughts and self-image, aren't just passive reflections. They're actively shaping your reality.
Like a blueprint.
Kind of, yeah. Or
Hmm.
think of it like your subconscious is projecting your life onto a screen if you change the film in the projector.
The whole picture changes, often in ways you didn't consciously script.
Precisely. So today we'll explore the principles behind how that kind of deep inner shift is even possible.
Okay, so starting with that core idea, inner transformation, where do we begin? The book kicks off with a pretty bold statement.
Hmm.
It says, everyone, literally everyone, is born with a unique power to transform themselves.
Which is quite empowering, isn't it? It suggests past struggles or current problems.
Right.
They don't have to lock you in.
Right. It's about tapping into something already there. So, how do we access this power?
The source says it starts with self-confidence,
Hmm.
but it's careful to define that.
Not just ego or wishful thinking.
No, not at all. It's described more as a belief that comes from understanding your own untapped potential within.
Okay, like knowing you have reserves you haven't used yet.
Exactly. Like an athlete knows they can push harder even before they do. And importantly, it stresses this is an instant.
Right, it calls it a process.
A gradual one,
Oh.
step by step, day by day, decision by decision. It takes time.
So once you've got that foundation of self-belief, what's the engine for change? The book talks about imagination in a really interesting way.
Ah, yes, imagination. Often dismissed, isn't it?
Totally. But here it says, imagination isn't daydreaming. It's the most powerful tool for creating new realities. That's a big claim.
It is. How does it back that up? Does it give examples?
It does. It mentions how world-class athletes use imagination to practice mentally, visualizing the win.
Right, mental rehearsal. Very common in sports psychology.
And business leaders use imagination to see opportunities maybe before they're obvious. And artists, of course.
So how does that connect to personal change for, say, the average person?
Well, the idea is that by vividly imagining your desired future self, really feeling it, you start to reprogram your mind.
Okay, so it shifts your internal settings.
Yeah, from thinking something is impossible to seeing it as possible. And that shift apparently helps you spot opportunities and, crucially, take action you wouldn't have otherwise.
Interesting. So it's not just passive picturing.
No, it directs your focus and motivates action. And then there's the science bit that connects to this.
Ah, you mean neuroplasticity?
Exactly. The source brings up neuroplasticity as like the biological proof that this inner change is real.
Yeah, that's a game changer. Understanding neuroplasticity. It basically means your brain isn't fixed.
It can actually change physically.
Yes, it can create new pathways, change structure, and adapt throughout life. That's the key takeaway.
So it doesn't matter how old you are?
Nope. No matter how old we are, we can always learn new things and transform ourselves. It's pretty hopeful.
How does it work, practically speaking?
Well, every time you consciously choose a different thought or practice a new behavior, you're literally carving new neural connections.
Like making a new path in a forest.
Good analogy.
Yeah.
And the more we practice, the stronger these pathways become. Eventually, they become automatic, new habits.
So changes that seemed impossible can literally become your new default.
That's the implication. It makes the inner work feel very tangible.
Okay, so we have self-belief, we have the tool of imagination, backed by neuroplasticity. What keeps it all going, especially when things get tough?
Intention. That's the next piece.
And the book draws a distinction here, doesn't it? It says, intention isn't just desire or hope.
Right. It's stronger than that. It's a force with clarity and direction.
It really makes you think about the difference. Wishing versus truly intending.
Exactly. It's like setting a destination in your GPS versus just vaguely hoping you end up somewhere nice.
So intention gives you focus.
Focus, yes. The source says, with true intention, everything around us begins moving in a direction that supports our goals.
Now that sounds a bit magical.
It clarifies that. It's not magic. It's because we start noticing opportunities we used to overlook.
Ah, so your intention primes your perception. You see things differently.
Precisely. Things that were always there, but you weren't tuned in to see them. But, and this is crucial, it has to be paired with action.
Right, action is key. It's not just thinking.
No. Intention is the compass that guides us through difficulties, but you still have to walk the path.
Makes sense. Then there's this concept of an open heart. What does the source mean by that? It says it's not about being naive.
Right. It's not about being easily fooled or overly trusting.
Yeah.
It defines it more as courage.
Courage.
Yeah, the courage to embrace new things, accept change, and learn from every experience, even the tough ones.
So it's about resilience and willingness to learn.
Exactly. And the benefit. You start to see things you'd otherwise miss, like opportunities hidden in problems.
Beauty hidden in difficulties and lessons hidden in mistakes. I like that framing.
Me too. And it suggests this doesn't mean losing yourself, but rather expanding our identity to be broader.
Opening up to more possibilities.
Precisely. Discovering possibilities we never imagined. And then it makes this really powerful statement about miracles.
Oh, what's it?
It says, miracles aren't supernatural. They're the result of opening our hearts to life's unlimited potential.
Wow. So miracles are about expanded perception, not breaking the laws of physics.
That seems to be the gist of it, seeing beyond your assumed limits.
Okay, and the final core principle we looked at was compassion.
Yes, and interestingly, it highlights how compassion works both ways.
It transforms others and ourselves. How does that work, according to the book?
Well, understanding and empathizing with others obviously broadens our own perspective, makes us more patient, more aware of complexity.
Standard benefits of compassion, right?
But then it really zooms in on self-compassion, which is often the harder part, isn't it?
Definitely. What does it involve?
Things like forgiving ourselves for past mistakes, accept our limitations, and support ourselves in change.
Being kind to yourself during the process.
Exactly. And the source claims this allows growth to become natural and doesn't require excessive force. It smooths the path.
Removes that inner critic, or at least turns down the volume.
Something like that. Makes the whole transformation journey less of a battle.
So pulling all this together from the mind's canvas, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener?
Well, it seems this journey of changing yourself really asks for a few key things.
Patience, definitely. Confidence in that untapped potential. And ongoing action. It's not passive.
No, not at all. And the core message seems to be that real, lasting change starts inside you with that inner picture.
And then it kind of radiates out, affects your external world.
Exactly. So, maybe something to think about as you go about your day.
Yeah.
Just consider that picture in your mind right now. What image of yourself are you holding on to, consciously or unconsciously?
Okay.
And then maybe think about one small shift you could make today. Based on any of these ideas, maybe a little imagination, setting a clear intention, or even just a moment of self-compassion.
How could that small shift begin to change that inner picture?
And maybe, just maybe, start to change your world along with it.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into self-transformation. I hope it sparks some new ideas for you.